Okay guys, welcome back to another one of my videos. So today we are going to go ahead and do a foundation review. I'm super excited. I can't wait to film this video. I was just dancing in my shoes like all week last week because I had ordered this, guys. And it's going nuts, like viral, like hyped, over, extended, whatever you want to call it. But this foundation right here is going crazy all over every social media platform that I know of. But I had to get it myself and try it out for myself because I just needed to know. And I also wanted to let all you guys know what my first impression was and stuff like that. But we're going to do the new Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Foundation review today. But if you are new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and that post notification bell so you can be notified of any of my future uploads. And without any further ado, I'm going to go ahead and jump right into this video. So I'm going to go ahead and go through a list of things that I have put on my phone so that I can let you guys know about it. So we are going to go over the wear test. We are going to do probably about an 8-hour wear. It's pretty early in the day still, so I'm going to go ahead and put this on, try it on with you guys. And I'm going to do one side with a brush and one side with a beauty blender so we can get the vibe of both wear types and how both apply. And then also we're going to go over, is it worth the money, because this is definitely not a inexpensive foundation. This is definitely a little bit expensive. This foundation retails for $44. And also we are going to go over if it is true to your match, to your shade. With that being said, there is also 30 shades in this foundation. You can purchase this at Sephora. I don't know if it's in Ulta yet. I'm assuming it probably will be soon, or it already is, but I got this at Sephora. And there is another type of foundation I've heard about, but it's like the airbrush liquid foundation, and there was a pretty big scent thing with that one. We're also going to test the scent with this one to see if it's very strong. I've never tested the one that's airbrush and it's like a more liquid foundation, but we're going to try this one out. Does it wear? Is it blendable? And then is it heavy to the skin or is it lightweight? And also it says it claims to be a medium to buildable coverage, so we're going to check that out. And then the next thing, does it settle into my fine lines? That is a big one for me. You guys know that I do have a go-to ride or die foundation, and that is the Bare Minerals Bare Pro foundation. I love it because it's so lightweight. It doesn't feel like I hardly have any on. It never settles into my smile lines, and that's another one that that's why I love that foundation. So first things first, the packaging of this foundation, I'm gonna go ahead and let you know, I think is totally sleek and super cute. But I'm gonna go ahead and take it out of the box. I got this in shade Neutral 1. I think I got like the lightest shade. So, but it says it's a medium coverage, light as air foundation infused with hydrating and hyaluronic acid, brightening rose complexion. Skin looks more beautiful instantly and over time for a healthy looking glow and a brighter and smoother looking complexion. Interesting. Well, we're going to see if that is true today. Undetectable coverage improves the looks of skin with each wear. Clinically proven results. So I do have some blemishes here, up here. So we're going to see if that covers. And then boost hydration. I do have really dry skin. Boost hydration up to 166%. It makes skin look plumper, smoother by up to 181%. And it makes skin tones look more even up to 210%. Interesting. I love how detailed these percentages are. Like seriously, this is on the side of the box, guys.
Very specific numbers in my opinion. Very, very specific.
Alright guys, well let's move on. Alright, so the next thing is the packaging on this little doodad, the foundation, its actual self. So it is a tube foundation. I don't own many tube foundations. The last review I did was a tube foundation as well, and I ended up liking it. It wasn't as full coverage as I wanted it to be, but I love the rose gold detailing of this bottle. I think it's super, super cute.
Well,
Really just unscrewed. Guess it's not an unscrewer. Definitely pull the cap off, just so you know. But I'm gonna go ahead and start off with using some of my favorite go-to primers. I'm gonna apply both of these because one of them minimizes the pores and one of them smooths the skin. But that's gonna go ahead and be the e.l.f. Oil Control Pore. Just like a serum, basically. I like it because it minimizes my pores and makes my face feel a little bit more hydration. I don't do a lot. And then I basically just blend this in with my fingers. So I am going to go ahead and do basically a full face with this look. And I'm going to wear it throughout, and then I'm going to give you guys a review throughout the day of how it works on my face and how it settles into my skin and my pores and all that good stuff. So next thing I'm going to go ahead and use is the NYX Angel Veil, primer here, and it's just a cream primer. Alright, so now that we've got the primer on, guys, we're going to go ahead and start with the Beauty Blender. I preferably like my Beauty Blender and my sponge better when it comes into doing foundation. I'm going to do the Beauty Blender on this side, and then I'm going to use my brush on this side. And yeah, so here it goes. I'm super excited. I'm going to see you guys the smell. Yeah, my nails match my Beauty Blender, y'all. Alright, so I'm going to start off with like one pump. Alright, and we're just going to... Oh, wow. It's a little darker than what I would want it to be. I'm not sure how I'm liking the smell. It smells different. Okay. It's a little darker than I would want it to be. But that's okay. I feel like it's oxidizing on my face and it's making me look darker than what I am. I feel like I'm not getting like medium. I feel like I'm getting medium coverage, but when I first put it on, it covered this spot right here, that blemish, and it totally definitely oxidized on my face. It got a little darker. So that's like one pump right there, and my blemish definitely came through and showed. So that's not the best of a start, but I'm going to go ahead and apply one more pump on the side to see what happens. See, it covers it like right away, and then it like totally dissipates and comes back. It lays very nicely on the skin. I'm not going to lie. And it's, honestly, it's a really beautiful foundation. It's super lightweight. I do like that. It's not settling into my fine lines at all yet, which you can't really test that right away. But it's definitely not settling into fine lines. I like that. It definitely oxidized when I put it on my face. I had to blend it down my neck a little bit here. I'm going to go ahead and apply it with a brush and see what I think after that. It didn't accentuate my pores. It kind of concealed my pores, which is a good thing. But we're going to test it out. I like how it's not super heavy. So I'm going to do like 1.5 pumps with a brush. And I'm just applying it with my fingertips. This is the Morphe H11 foundation brush. The fragrance is not bad, and honestly, guys, I think I like it better with a brush. And that's not me typically. I feel like it grabs the skin better with the brush. I definitely like the wear of it. It's really pretty. It's not too heavy at all. It's buildable-ish. I have 2 layers on this side with the sponge. This side only have 1. I definitely think I like it better on a brush rather than a sponge. Just because I got a prettier finish, I feel like. I don't know. I like it with a brush and a sponge. Yeah, it covers redness. It covers okay with blemishes. Other than that, I definitely think it could be a little bit more buildable with the coverage. I believe I did get the lightest shade, which is 1 neutral, and it still oxidizes on my face pretty good, which isn't a great thing that I'd like, but I don't know yet. I'm gonna go ahead and set it with powder, do the rest of my makeup, see how it blends with concealer and the bronzer and my contour, all that good stuff. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and use the e.l.f. matte concealer. One more thing that I wanted to go ahead before I went in with the concealer was it does give you this natural glowy look, and I really like that. I definitely like it, but I don't know if I love it. So I'm just going to go ahead and show you guys the rest of the makeup that I do use with this. Or a matte concealer. It's definitely blending in with the Charlotte Tilbury foundation nicely. So I'm definitely getting my color that I'm wanting now, so I'm liking it better. Alright guys, I definitely think I approve of this foundation so far. I did have to go back and touch up the blemishes. That's about the only thing that I'm like, eh. So I am going to go ahead and set this makeup with a powder because I always set my makeup with powder. I never don't, so that's just part of my routine. So I'm now going to go ahead and contour, and I'm just using, this has been my new go-to thing lately. Again, I'm just kind of going to be around the house and do some chores, stuff like that. So this is the Instant Age Rewinding eraser, and it's multi-use concealer, so I just use this as basically a contour. See how it blends out with this? Oh yeah. Look at that, guys. That blended really good. Yeah, I'm liking it, guys. Y'all, this is a very pretty foundation. I really like it. It's not too heavy on the face at all. I did have to apply 1 to 2 layers, so I did have to build it up a little bit. It's not super buildable, but I only did 2 layers, and they were small layers, so I did 1 to 1.5 pumps. Did not do a full 2 pumps because I wanted to get the feel for the foundation underneath of the concealer and the contour that I used today. I'm going to go ahead and go in with some powder now. This is the Fit Me by Maybelline, and I'm just kind of going to set this a little bit. I don't want to set it too much because I want to get the feel for it. And I'm going to go ahead and use a brush to go in with the rest of this powder to set everything. I'm using 720 powder brush from, I do not know how to pronounce it. I'm not going to try to pronounce it. I'm just going to dab that into the skin. Brush away this powder here. Oh my gosh. Wow. I am digging it, y'all. Look at that. That's like seamless. I wasn't sure about it at first, y'all, but I am loving this now. Only part that I'm not crazy about is that I can still see this blemish right there. I don't like that, but that's kind of expected, but still for $44, I feel like it should have covered just a tiny bit better. And I'm going to just be straight up honest with you guys about this foundation because it is more expensive. And I'm not just going to be like, oh, this is okay because of this reason. No. I definitely think that it could have covered a tiny bit better on that end, but I love how it looks. It looks very natural. Does still have that glowy, beautiful finish. Alright guys, so I wanted to go ahead and give a quick overview with what I just used, and then I'll go ahead and do the rest of my makeup. So far, was it worth the hype? Kind of not, so I just kind of want to give you a basic hit on that. I really do like what it looks like with powder set on top of it. I was not a fan of it with powder not set on top of it, and as I kept on working with it, I liked it more and more, and now I think I'm kind of loving it. The scent to this foundation isn't bad. I had to get past it in the beginning, but other than the beginning of it, it wasn't bad. Once I started working with it, it didn't keep that scent there. The next part is, was it better with a brush or a sponge? Definitely think I like it better with a brush. That completely blew me out of the water because I love everything with a beauty blender. And that's just my opinion. I like it a lot better with my brush. Was it true to its shade? Absolutely not, in my opinion. I got the lightest shade out of the whole 30 ranges of shades that they had. It stayed true to its shade somewhat, but this could have been a lighter shade altogether. I feel like it stayed true to its shade, but I feel like it oxidized about 10% more than what I thought it would have, than what I thought it was going to do. Then is it blendable? Definitely blendable. Hit 100% in my category for the blendability. Is it heavy on the skin? No, I think it's pretty lightweight so far. Is it melting into my fine lines? Just a tad, but that was after I applied the concealer, and I think that was the concealer grabbing into those fine lines, not the foundation. So I think that's a pretty good bonus there. I feel like this is also a more summery foundation rather than not, because it definitely gave me the summer vibes, not winter vibes. So I would probably use this more in the summer, not the winter, because it's a glowier foundation as well. The next thing that I'm going to go ahead and go in with is my eyebrow product. So I'm going to go in with this new product here that I've not tried before. This is a blush, and this is from the Balm Cosmetics, and I think it's a pan, and I think it's a pan blush, and it's also in Third Date. So I'm going to go ahead and try this out real quick. Cute. Not bad. It does have a glow to it, which I'm not sure if I'm a whole lot of a fan of that. Alright, so I'm going to go in with the Laura Mercier. Okay, so now I went ahead and I applied the L'Oreal Mercier, the Matte Radiant Baking Powder, and this is in highlight number 1. And then I went ahead and I also applied the Kylie Cosmetics Velvet Lipstick, and this is in shade Commando. I love it. It's one of my favorite brown shades, nude shades, whatever you want to call it. And then I pair it with a darker Tarte lipstick right on the top, and I rub it together, and it gives me my favorite color. Alright, so next I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to apply some mascara, and then I will get back to you guys with the next part of this video. So I have finished this look, and I will get back with you guys on the next part of this video, but so far I am loving this foundation. I'm just going to see now if it settles into the fine lines and give you guys a finishing review, and that will be all for now. Alright. I'm here with a window view of this makeup, so I am just going to go ahead and let you guys know what I am doing right now. So I'm working on this wreath stuff and everything right now for Etsy, but I wanted to go ahead and update you guys. I am loving this makeup so much. This foundation is insanely awesome right now. I've been up and down steps, I've been sweating a little bit, and I've not had any breakage whatsoever on my face so far, and it's been about 2.5 to 3 hours since I've put it on, and I am liking it so far. I've also been eating a good bit, so nothing's come off. And the smile lines have not settled in. It's not settled into my fine lines at all. I've hardly been able to tell that I've even had any foundation on, so that is awesome. But I will update you guys once more, and I'll see you guys later. Bye. Hey guys, what's up? I'm back with a final review on this makeup foundation and the Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Foundation. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and got a lot out of it. So I wanted to go ahead and just give a whole new review on this look. I wanted to go ahead and use it one more time, and that was this morning. So it's pretty early in the morning, so it's about 11 o'clock right now. And I wore my foundation last night, or yesterday, till about 10 o'clock last night, and I had a horrible headache, so I did not go ahead and film the rest of the video last night because I had been laying on my face all night, and that just wasn't a fair review, I feel like. But even after I laid on my face all night, slept, and woke up the next morning, I was still pretty, like, I didn't even take off my makeup last night, I'm gonna be honest. Like, I know, bad Aricca, I know, but I was still really impressed with how well the foundation stayed on my face. I'm just gonna put it point blank. It was awesome how long it lasted, how well it stayed on the skin, how it didn't really budge very much. I had ate dinner last night, everything, and my face still looked really good. Once I put on the foundation and then I put concealer and then I set it with my powder, I fall in love with it. And then especially once I did my eyes today with this foundation, I love it even more. Looking at it, I was looking in the mirror, and I was impressed with how well it still looked. It did not settle into any of my fine lines. That is a big thumbs up for me. Also, the other things that I wanted to review with you guys, did it make my skin look more beautiful and healthy? I would agree with that statement. Yes, it did. I think it did a lot. So for $44, I think it was kind of worth it, but at the same time, I probably would not purchase it like right away again, unless it was like a nice thing that I'm going to go do. So if I'm going to like New York or a fashion show, I would purchase this again. But for every day, no. I just don't think my skin needs a $44 foundation on my skin every day. Is it worth the hype? Yes, I think it was definitely worth the hype. I'm glad I went ahead and bought it and got it and did a review on this, guys. Worth the money? Yes, I think it's worth the money. It could have been a little less expensive in my perspective. Medium to full coverage. I think it's a medium coverage foundation. I do not think it's a full coverage or a buildable foundation in my opinion. It can be buildable with other concealers, but not just by itself. I just don't believe it's a buildable foundation. I just believe it's a medium coverage foundation in my opinion. Better with a sponge or a brush. Still definitely going with the brush. I used the brush again this morning. Is it true to its shade? In my opinion, no. I don't think it's true to its shade. I think it needs to be, at least with the shade on the box, this says it's neutral. This would have went with my face a lot better with the outside box shade and with the shades it says online. But this is not matching, in my opinion. This is way darker in the bottle than it is here. That's my opinion. But other than that, guys, I think it gave me a natural, glowy, healthy, finished look, and I really, really am digging this foundation. So I hope you guys like this review and give it a thumbs up. And if you enjoyed it, hit me up for more. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Subscribe and like for more videos later. Bye. It kind of